Alright, take 2 of Bouquet of Pink Roses by LEGO Botanicals, set number 10374, contains 789 pieces, retails for $59.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. And it's from 1 to 3 builders, but obviously we can do more than that. And this is what we have done so far. These all come out of bags 1 and 2. And they're pretty durable, so that's good there. And that means that this building guide here is done. So you just have to look inside and see which ones have numbers. Like this would be 3 and 4, so we'll probably do this one in this installment. So far I'm pretty pleased with the build. Nothing really wrong with it, nothing major. It's pretty much easy to build, just a little repetitive if you're building by yourself. So these are recommended for building with a partner, which is always really good to do. You don't want to build by yourself, but if you're in my situation, you have no choice. I'm just trying to get myself situated here. And yeah, so today we're going to be covering bags 3 and 4 and this booklet here. Should be really fun. Okay, let's begin. Let's build it. This one just doesn't feel more like just a few pages. So it looks like we're doing the same thing again here, just slightly different. Okay. So the whole intent of this style of video, for those who are just tuning in or new to this, these are my review notes when I do my LEGO reviews. So attention. These are just not meant to be construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, tutorials, but I will try my best to illustrate everything here. Alright, so bags 3 and 4 need to be dumped out at the same time. And oh, I could use those sand green parabolic rings for building. My mind's drawing a blank here. Spruce trees for the campground. Oh, I need these in green for those spruce trees, and they are in green now. I just got to wait for them to become available for everything. And these here too. So I'm assuming bag 4, it's got the same parts in it. We'll take a look here and see. Yeah, they asked us to dump them all out, so basically partner 1 gets bag 3 and partner 2 gets bag 4. And you're all building essentially the same thing. Or, to make it more sharing, which is caring, we all just dig from the same pile of bricks. Not too bad at all. In fact, I should just index that as unbagging, considering that's what I'm doing. And yeah, so we're going to make 4 of these. So what we need to do is start preparing ourselves an assembly line. We need to start doing that. And I found out that to be one of the most easiest ways to do these is to prepare like a little assembly line. And I'm pretty pleased with this set. It's not boring, and I've been wanting to do this. And today is the 2nd of September 2025. I was going to do this the other night, but I had a bunch of other chores that I had to get done, so I could not work on this anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. When you get chores that you have to do, sorry to say this, but LEGO comes second. Oh no. Yeah, but I think these are going to be good for everybody to build. If you're not interested in botanicals, just buy a set and see if you like it. I said the same thing until LEGO sent me one of these, and I thought, these are not too bad. These are actually kind of relaxing. So I'm just trying to sort everything so I can get in here. I'm trying to find some more of these bent things here. And yeah. And by all means, I'm not a professional. This is just for fun. This is just a hobby of mine, you know. Why do I have to do the disclaimers? If you're a long-time viewer, you know why. If you're new, because some take this seriously. I need these in pink. Yeah, so you could probably tell what I'm going to be using those for. These right here make nice little clay pots for plants, so we got those. Be good for interior stuff. Yeah, so what am I doing right now? There's a couple ways you can sort your parts. You can sort before you build, you can sort while you're building. I always like choosing the latter of the two and sort while I'm building so I can start right on in and just go through parts. So now I just got done with step 2. And step 3, we got to get more squiggly things. We need to go back up and we got to pull out yellow shafts, which are in the small bags. And yeah, so basically these are really like Lego sets for adults, but of course anybody who's interested or disciplined well enough, you can put these together yourself. Now, one way to do this, and you could do your Lego sets any way you want. You could jump ahead and you could read in the back of the book, because I have a film we're going to be making stems for this, and you can start on those right away. But yeah, it's been a kind of a miserable day. It's in the 100s. It's 100% humidity, really muggy. It feels like it takes your breath away. And I had to work in that nonsense. Wasn't fun. I felt like I drank a whole swimming pool of water. You know. So yeah, it gets pretty tedious after a while drinking all the water. But you got to keep yourself hydrated. But now I am relaxed at home, and I am putting together a botanical set, which is not too bad. Even though if this is a review and I have to get it done, this is the fun part of the gig. And, you know, just to do this here. Okay. So that's how they go. One goes here and one goes here. It doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to just prepare all these now. Now, really, you can have a family of 4 put these things together. I think 4. But if you really wanted to get as many people, let's say you're in a retirement home, you're a director of a retirement home. If I'm guessing correctly, up to 16 people can build this one set. Everybody gets to build a little bit of it and all can put it on display. So it's not like this is one of those sets that you just set it and, you know, this one's more for you build with a partner or more. Okay. And then now we put the little hands in here. Now, I may have to grow my nails out really long, instead of keeping them cut. But these are really just fun little sets to put together. I mean, if you're not interested in these, that's understandable. And not everybody's into Lego. I wish I get my bunch into it, but they are not interested. Okay, we don't want to put those on yet. Those are just kind of sliding on there. And I'm going to try to go through this one lickety-split here today. I think 5 and 6 is a little different. I think we're doing 2 builds in one shot. I got to look and see, though. So this might be a short video today. Well, it depends. We've already been here for about 10 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes. So what's the big hurry? Not really in a big hurry. Yeah, so once these become available, probably in 4.5 years, once tariffs release, I'm going to buy those in green because those will be good for making my spruce trees. You see, eventually I'm finding all the pieces in the colors that I need. It takes a while to find everything. And some people have said, well, Jay, I can't find a part. You know, what do I do? Okay, I'm going to combine steps 6 and 7 together. Just stick this on top. I don't know if that's supposed to spin or not. And I'm going to put the nose cone right on the top of this. We're just going to do this whole... Okay. We're just going to do this whole thing now. Okay. Let's make sure that we're doing it right here. Yeah. Because these are not going to stay on very well, and I'm just going to do that. Now, like I've said, you could build your set any way you want. any way you want. It's all about having fun doing this. It's not about if I do it right or wrong. You know, it's your Lego set. You know, the point about this is sit back, relax, take your time, and just build. Okay. And where's that last nose cone? Yeah, I need more of these in dark green. Good for foliage parts. And I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. And then now it looks like we're moving on to the petals and stuff. So when you assemble 4 of these, the best thing to do is probably just, well, let's put them together like this. And of course, if you need to get that out, just shove one of those shafts in there, it should fit. So that's not too bad. We got to make 4 of them. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to just do that real quick. But this is something to do with the kids, the grandkids, you know, couples, singles night, whatever. You know, just do a little bit for everybody. And for $60, you're getting a collaborative build. Really good. So if you're looking for stuff like that, there you go. Yeah, I don't have any rude comments. I really haven't read comments that are bad on here. I've been trying to get caught up on comments. I'm trying to. It's hard when you're constantly busy with work and stuff, and trying to do that. And every time I rustle up a few minutes of free time, I have to do something else. You know, not too bad at all here. Overlapping the mud guards elements may separate the layering of the first petals. Okay, so the mud guards, that's what these are. Well, if I can grab one, is mud guards. That's what those are. So what I'm going to do here is just, so I can get these the right way, you got to make 4 of them, so let's start doing 4 of them now. Matter of fact, I've overflowed on a bunch of these inverted slopes. You know, what do I do with all these parts? I just keep them on hand until I want to build a tutorial, and someday I may get the right parts. That's what I do. Some people have asked me, Jay, how do you get all these weird parts? Well, first off, sets like this, and 2, years of collecting. You got to collect a lot of stuff in order to get a library of parts. And yeah, speaking of that, before I forget, I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being brick tributors. That always is a big help because it helps me get more pieces. And I just realized I got to make 4 times 4 is 16. So yeah, it rustles up time for me to get the parts and stuff. I want to thank everyone on my Patreon for being supporters. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting names for Patreon. I think I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to start doing that. And if somebody wants their name removed, just let me know, and I will just take your name off. And then if you ever want it back on, that's pretty cool. I'll put it back on there. Thank you to my Patreon customers. That's always a big help because that motivates me to making more building guides. And yeah, over the weekend I sold a bunch of copies, which is really nice to do. And I'm always looking forward to selling a bunch of ideas to preserve them. So that means everybody else gets a copy of what I have, and you can build the same models that I build here on my main channel anyways. So basically it's the Brick Tributors is more just for me to gather time off to make videos like this happen. I can't just take time off to do Lego every day. You know, this is not my profession. There is professional Lego YouTubers out there who are professional product reviewers. I'm a software engineer. That means I'm stuck on a computer, glued to it every day. That kind of boring thing. It's not fun, but you know, I have to do it. It may take me 10 hours to get this all done, but we'll do it, you know. And I'm trying to think of a way. Here's what I'm thinking of doing, though, at the end of the year. Who's ever contributed, when I do the roll up, I'm going to just put everybody's name on one big mass video and just, you know. So, and I will do it. I'm going to probably, I don't want to do a ranking system, but I may have to for those who've been on there the longest. Like there's one of my Brick Tributers. It's been there for 4 years. She's been in there all that time, and yeah, big shout out to and I can remember her name is Karen, and I don't think she's that Karen, but for being there for many years, many years. I always appreciate that. I think she was the first one on there. Still is today. I've never met her, but I always appreciate that. And now, so right now we just got all that built there. And now we got to put these on the parabola ring. And I think they just go on like this. And I'm Butterfingers today. It's hot, it's sticky, and it's miserable. Okay. And then after that, we have to coil them up. So once you put them on here, this is what the top view of this looks like. Okay. See how this is facing? Okay. Now, what I usually do here is I just barely touch these till they're like this. Just kind of get them like that. And then you just push them together. Okay. Got one done. We got a long ways to go. We just got one done. We're still on step, I'm on step 10, 9 and 10 right now. So you just stick them in. Now, I put mine in the wrong place. Does it matter? No, but for illustration purposes, I do that because somebody will probably call me out on it. Some people do. But anyways, though, I got a couple of new tutorials here that I want to get going. And there we go. Got that one done. But I need, okay, so first off, the camper. I wanted to build a camper. That's not going to happen. I needed some special pieces, and I only have some that are really kind of in, they're just not the right colors. And I have to postpone that project. They're right on the shelf at LEGO, but they're not shipping to the States anymore, well, for right now anyways, so I will not be able to get those parts easily. They came in one of these, whoops, they came in one of these newer sets, but they're available to be purchased, but I can't get them, so, you know, and yeah, so I can't do any more right now. And I don't want to make this a whole political channel, but I think that's the dumbest thing they've done out here. And I feel a scratch in my throat. Okay. Boy, I had to clear my throat. Boy, I was starting to get pretty parched there. See, I didn't get that in the right way. Just have to tuck it in. Okay. Got a couple happy little roses there so far. We're getting there. And then now we got to put the petals on, which is all these things. And they connect. I'm sure they probably connect there. It doesn't quite really show. But I'm assuming that's where they go, but they're not really going to be held in very well. I mean they hold in there, but yeah, this is I wish they had one of these with a friction, but I think the reason why they didn't. Now, which one am I putting those on? If you could see, it's the one on the right-hand side. So I'm going to stick with the right-hand side one here. And yeah, this is going to take some time here, so yeah, I probably won't let you guys go early now because it's going to take me millions of years to do one of these. We haven't even done the stem yet. All right. Now, you can kind of see how these go here. They're kind of tucked in. So what am I doing now? I'm just going to try to get these looped in here in such a way here, like that. And at least it rotates. But once you push them all together, this doesn't rotate anymore. Okay. And the book shows it like that, which is what mine looks like. I think we're good there. I think that looks really good. Okay, well, I gotta do that 3 more times. Now, does it matter which way you put yours on? No, it's your set. You can do it any way you want. The randomizing it would probably be best. You may have to tip these up a little bit to get them on there. Now, I've noticed some people have asked, or comments, I saved their lives, I've helped them out with the build. So I'm hoping this illustration will be helpful, but I'm not guaranteed it's going to be right. There we go, we got 2 done. We're getting somewhere. I just heard the dehumidifier flipping on. With the air, it's been pulling out a lot of moisture. I know there's some older homes that don't have it. When I had my HVAC redid, they asked me if I wanted a dehumidifier, and I said, sure, let's put that in there. You never know, we'll need it. And I went outside, and boy, that thing was just gushing out water like a little waterfall. And yeah. I mean, these feel pretty rugged once they're done, but here's a better shot of what that looks like at the bottom. But yeah, I've been doing that and stuff. Oh, and by the way, for those who hate hearing me talk in these videos, you want me just to shut up and build. Hope that wasn't an earthquake that we had. Just mind your P's and Q's. I've been on a blocking rampage lately. Oh, this one doesn't close like the other one did. Did I do something wrong here? Or you know what? You could just back this off a little bit and rotate it a little bit here. There we go. Okay, and that's it for the roses now. We got to make 7 of those. Times 4 is 28. So if you don't know your multiplication tables, this is a good time as any to learn how to use them now. Because we're going to be here a while. So I think the easiest way to do these is to do 7 at a time. You know, but this is more or less, I'm not dinging that it's repetitive at this point, because I didn't understand it first, but these are really meant to be built with a group. As long as LEGO has it indicated on the box, then I can be forgiven. I can forgive. You know? Not too bad at all. Now, I could have done all these in one sitting and add them all together, but I think the indexing of the videos is better because it's shorter videos. Editing 4K videos can be pretty brutal after 30 minutes. And 2, some people want to watch a portion of a video, not the whole thing. You know. And I understand that. That's why I'm keeping it short. And if you're not a fan of this style of video, you know, it's just, I'm not for everyone. And there we go. We got 1 rose done. I think that's it. No, we're not done with that yet. Let's just do all these here. Yeah, so tonight we are having barbecue burgers on a Tuesday. Okay, I did something silly. I've already combined these, which I shouldn't do because I'm going to lose counts. I'm only going to make 6 now, or so just whatever. Now, sometimes I make mistakes. That's just, it happens, you know. That's okay. It's LEGO. We're not gluing this together. You know, it's all right. Alright, so I already got 6 here. This is 7. Alright, one side of these is rounded and one of them is kind of square, so I kind of line up the square and rounded sides together. You don't have to do that, it's not really critical, but I'll go OCD and I don't want to do that. So I try to line up the round sides. I'll show you, I'll bring it up real close. See how this side here is kind of rounded? And this one here is kind of squared. So, I mean, is it going to affect the performance? No, not really. Not really at all. Now we got to make some more happy little stems to put on the beautiful roses. But I have been filming to my little heart's content. I got 4 minutes left. Looks like I will have to split this up. Can I get this done? No. I gotta make sure I have enough memory card space to do that. You know, for those who don't know, I like talking in these videos. I don't want to make them boring, you know. And somebody said I was boring the other day. I was like, ouch. You're very boring. You know what I told them? I was like, I'm sorry, I'll try to be more entertaining, but in the meantime, there's plenty of other YouTubers who speed build. I'm sure that'd probably be more your speed. Basically, it's being nice and saying, I don't want to argue, you know, that kind of thing. So, I may have to split this off in one little thing here. Hey, this time I made sure my battery's charged. I actually got the battery to display on the LCD now, so I can see it. I'm still learning how to use this camera. It's, I'll tell you, do I need a professional 4K camera to do these? No. A buddy of mine wants to sell me an 8K that they use for the news, and they got a better version of it. I said, I don't know. I really don't need to do 8K video in LEGO. I mean, we don't need to see all the imperfections and fingerprints and stuff on there. And yeah, you notice I'm putting these all on here separately. I forgot to build it, so we'll build it here. So I thought, nah, I don't need to do 8K video. I think 4K is enough. It'd be nice, but didn't want to spend money on a new camera right now. And there we go. Takes care of the stems. And then now we got to breeze through this. So we got to get all these shields here. Can I do it in 3 minutes? Let's see if we can here. So these go here like this. Okay. Or you can just do them like that and make it look more like gravity's pulling them down. Make it look a little more natural, because leaves don't stick straight out. You know, you got gravity that will pull them down for you. Or if you got some heavy bugs, you know. And honestly, this is not a bad set to put together with the kids or grandkids. I think this is going to be a fun one for a lot of people. But I know I'm going to need to rustle up a vase for this. So that's pretty much what we have there. We got 2 minutes left. Hopefully will it be enough. That's it. That's what we have remaining. Okay, summation of thoughts. We're going to make this work here. That's what these look like. Pretty cool. And I'm pretty pleased with the build. First, I got to get the thing zoomed out here. And while I'm doing that, they're durable. They're not falling apart. Not too bad at all. These work good with the other ones. And so far, I'm pretty pleased with this set. It's really cool. I got less than a minute left. But tell me what you think so far. I mean, this is a pretty interesting build for what we've been doing.